All right. So since I am unable to be there tomorrow, I wanted to make sure that I gave you enough information to get you started so that you would at least know a little bit about how class is going to go. I'm not going to give you everything because I would rather be there in person for most of that explanation, but I want to give you enough to get you started. So let's talk about what we're actually going to do. So you can see that I'm on Google Classroom. I'm on eBlocks, but it should be the same for C as well. So each unit, you are going to get one of these things. It's called the Unit 1 stamp schedule. So this unit includes on it title of the unit, textbook chapters that you're responsible for being familiar with. Now, please note, Chapter 2.1 means Chapter 2, Section 1. 2.2 is Chapter 2, Section 2. It looks like you might have all of Chapter 2 and all of Chapter 3, but if you find out there's a 2.6, you're not responsible for it in this chapter. Over here, you'll find the video notes that you need to watch. These are on Edpuzzle. They will be posted to Google Classroom. And you'll notice there's convenient checkboxes for you to check off as you go through them. Down here, these are the 6 topics that we are covering in this unit: structure, water, hydrogen bonds, elements of life. You can read the rest. You'll find those each time. Your goal each unit is to make sure you understand those, and I will give you more details about that. Now, what you see here is this is sort of the new structure we have this year. This is the schedule. So this unit is going to take place over 18 class periods. And so those 18 class periods are going to take us from now until September 21st for C block and September 22nd for E block. Now, on the one of these stamp schedules that is on my desk, there's actually 2 different versions. There's some photocopies that say C block, and there's some photocopies that say E block up here in the period section, right up here, where I just highlighted. All right. Somebody should find those and give them out to everyone. So what they have is they have handwritten in here the days that each date for each of these periods. So if it's a double, let's say 12 and 13 are a double, they'll have the same date in these 2 boxes. And then if I have something scheduled, I've written it in. And what you're going to do as we go through the unit is each day you're going to write in what you did that day, and then I'm going to stamp it. So it's a slight variation of how I've done it before, but what you're going to see is as we go through the unit, first period, a lot of that's the intro, we're going to select some work, and then you can write in under here whatever you work on. And then, I can't do it today, but I'll do it tomorrow, I'll stamp it. And then the next time we meet, we have a double, and that double is set up for you to just do some work. And so you're going to write in what you did in these spaces, and I will stamp it for you. And we'll do that each day. Some of these days I will have stuff that takes the whole period. Some of these days I will have stuff that does not. But that is the process we're going to go through. And for Unit 2, I'll give you a new stamp schedule with new chapters, new videos, and a new period length here. Okay? So you've got the stamp schedule. And what you're going to do today is you're going to go on Google Classroom and you're going to take a look at this file, which is called the Unit 1 Assignment Master. And these are all the different assignments that you can choose from to understand the material in this unit. So you notice here how it says covers 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5. These are parts of the unit. So you want to make sure that you do something that covers each thing. Now, if you don't understand something well after doing it, you might want to do a second thing, but you have to do at least one thing from each section. Okay, so this is Unit 1. And remember, there was 6 things on the unit schedule, 1.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you have to do at least one thing that covers 1.1, at least one thing that covers 1.2. Now, let's say you're going through this, and let's say you do this video 2-column notes, and you don't feel super comfortable. Like you don't feel that you've mastered 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5 when you're done with the notes, with the video and taking notes on it. Cool. So maybe you do textbook notes, or maybe come down here and do the 1.3 online assignment. All right. So what you're going to do today is you're going to look through this and decide what you're going to do. Now, the assignments basically fall into a group of categories. You could take notes from the textbook, You can take notes from the videos. There are case studies that you can do, and those case studies can be found up here, but I also will make copies for them, copies for you of them. There are coloring sheets. This unit there's only one, and it covers these 3 sections. But again, those coloring sheets are here, and again, I will make copies for you if you would like. So these are the ways that you can go about learning material. There's also online assignments. You'll find those in the textbook as soon as I give you the codes, which hopefully will be in a day or two. There are concept check questions. So if you want to read the section and not take full notes on it, but you wanted to answer some questions, there are little questions at the end of each section. There's more case studies down here. It's basically this sort of routine. There's like case studies or similar data analysis activities, notes, concept check questions, online assignments, coloring sheets. Those are the things you choose from. Not always the most exciting, but again, like we can't ignore the fact that I do need to prepare you for sort of the expectations in a college level science class. So the first thing you're going to do when you get your stamp sheet is look through this and decide, what am I going to do to make sure that I understand each of the 6 things I need to know for Unit 1. And then you're going to pick them. And once you've picked them, you'll notice that there is actually only one assignment up here right now. And that is this, the Unit 1 work sign-up sheet. So if you go into this spreadsheet, these are all the different assignments you can choose from. And there is a place if you're in C block to fill them in. There's a place if you're in E block to fill them in. And so what you're going to do is when you decide what you want to do, you're going to go in here and write your name under it. Just like fill in a cell. And if somebody's in that, whoops. And if somebody's in that cell, just do the second one, right? That's all you're going to do. Once you've done that, once you've filled in the sign-up sheet for what you want to do, start working. I would obviously suggest starting with the videos, but if you wanted to do a case study or something, you could certainly open the case study, take a look at it, and start doing it. If you wanted to do notes on the textbook sections, the textbooks are in the back in the tall closet. If you wanted to do concept check questions, they're in the back in the tall closet. Please leave the textbooks there. Like I said, I'll get you online access for at home. And that's what we're going to do today. Hopefully, I will be there tomorrow, and I will be able to explain the unit assessment, which I'd much rather do that in person. All right. Thanks, everybody.